Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? Here for another live stream. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you haven't, welcome. Quick introduction: my name is Derek, covering everything wholesaling real estate on the channel, specifically virtually wholesaling real estate, since that's what I'm doing here. Live in California, source and opportunity out in Houston, Texas. So if you're out in Houston, either physically or virtually, I'd love to connect. A few ways to connect with me. You'll be able to find links in the description. One is my Instagram account, and the second is my Discord group that I created. The Discord is actually going to be the best way to connect with me since I have my notifications on my phone. So feel free to join in and bring any questions, comments, concerns, recommendations, suggestions. This channel was never really intended to be educational. Full transparency, I've done 2 deals myself. I've been doing this for about a year, seriously. Done 2 deals myself, which grossed 14,000 total between the 2. First one was a $12,000 deal that I split with a JV partner who was my boots on the ground. So each took 6. And then the second one I did by myself and I took home 8. So full transparency, I want that to be crystal clear in the channel here, that I'm not really hopping on here trying to show you or teach you how to do things, rather just kind of showcase what it is that I'm doing every day, what it is that I'm learning myself, and just kind of sharing the journey with you guys and holding myself accountable to do the work. I try to go live once a day, Monday through Friday. I've been kind of falling off on Wednesdays, so I might stick to that schedule: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Uh, so yeah, wanted to hop on today. Gonna do a little bit of cold calling, just kind of pad the stats. I really don't expect my contact rate to be something crazy. I mentioned that in the description of the video until I get some fresh data in there. I was trying to get some fresh data in there last night, but I fell asleep. So my goal is to get, I have about 500 driving for dollar properties that I'm going to get in there, as well as 200 properties that one of the subscribers here, Damon, had sent through. He uses Jerry Norton's Flipster. So he sent over a list of 200 skip trace properties that I'm going to get into my dialer and my texting platform if his skip tracing results produce the mobile numbers. What's going on, Jay Will? What changes do you plan on making to up the amount of deals you do in a year? More data, more marketing. That's the only thing really at this point I can do in order to scale. Um, and then once I take down a few deals, I do plan on trying to put some people in a position to where I can focus on the marketing, specifically being the cold calling and the texting, right? I'm going to try to, I think the first kind of hire that I'm going to make is just more procedural type stuff. Like, since I do my driving for dollars virtually, I want to start putting people in a position to kind of do that for me, and kind of start bird dogging for me. I think that'll be the best way, the best kind of introduction into putting people in position to take more of the, like I said, procedural type duties off of my plate, so that I can just go straight to the dialer every morning, right? So I try to try to drive for dollars virtually for like an hour or 2 every morning. But if I can just hop right on the dialer because somebody else is doing the driving for dollars and I just have an inflow of data, that'll be the best bet for me, I think. So that's kind of the changes that I'm trying to make. But at this point, it's just a matter of upping the numbers, dialing more, contacting more, texting more, generating more leads, making more offers, until I start to get take down a few of these deals. Not take down as in buy them, but until I get some assignment fees coming in, then I'm gonna try to put people in a position like I was just talking about. What's up, Jared? So yeah, like I said, nice. You'll get there. Thanks, man. I appreciate that motivation. Appreciate you for real. I think this is the first time I've seen you in here, Jay Wilson. Welcome. Glad to have you. Um, what was my thought? Oh yeah, so I have about 500 driving for dollars properties that I've built out over like the past week or two. Um, and so I want to get those skip traced. I use batch skip tracing for anybody who's wondering. I got a link in the description for both batch leads and batch skip tracing. They are affiliate links, full transparency. So I will get some type of a commission kickback. I'm not sure. I don't think anybody's ever done it. I haven't checked it in a while, but I'm not sure how much they'll kick back to me. But if you are interested, those are 2 platforms that I do use myself. So I skip trace with batch, and and I do use batch leads now that I've moved away from PropStream after the whole MLS sold data predicament, because I am in Texas, a non-disclosure state, so it did affect me. So I canceled my PropStream and I signed up for batch leads. So I do use both those now, batch leads and batch skip tracing. Um, so yeah, I got 500 driver for dollar properties that I want to get in there, and then 200 properties from Damon, one of the subscribers here, that he sent over that were already skip traced. So if anybody's wanting to do that as well, I've had a few people kind of send me in their list because one, one thing or another, maybe they don't have time to hop on the dialers themselves. They don't really care to dial themselves, right? They just want a bird dog, right? I'm not quite sure what it was with Damon. I think it was the time thing for him. He was a family man and he just didn't quite have the time to be, dialing like I have the time to be dialing. So if anybody is interested in doing that, please feel free to reach out. I guess again, the best two ways to get in contact with me are my Instagram and my Discord group. Both those links are in the description here. And I will be sure to, when I do upload them, to tag them with your name, so that if a lead is ever generated and a deal is closed based off of the data that you provide, I'll be sure to get you in the loop so that we can figure something out in terms of a kickback, maybe like 10% or something like that, in terms of the assignment fee for providing the data. Me and my something did 15 last year. We only have one cold caller though, about to hire a second. Me and my brother. Okay, nice. That's what's up. What market are you in, J Will? 15 last year. That's what's up. About to hire a second. We got that appointment with Maria tomorrow, I believe. All right, Jared. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Keep me in the loop. Because again, I don't, Jared. I don't know how involved Dan, the pastor, is trying to be at this point. It seemed as if like he wanted to just get in there. Uh, I know at one point he had mentioned that he wanted to be there when she signed. So, but at this point, it seems like he kind of fell off and kind of just passed it back to the seller, Maria, I believe is her name. So I don't know how much he's wanting to be involved, but if he's wanting to be involved, he's wanting to be there, and he has questions, I guess, for me. Um, so let me know. Let me know when you get that time confirmed so that I can be by my phone when you guys are meeting with her. And that was another thing. I don't know if he is wanting to be there. I would imagine that he'd appreciate or like seeing my LLC name on the agreement, because that's what he was like doing his research on. Uh, I don't know. It's, it's kind of up in the air. So it's whatever. That's what I was thinking. Maybe you guys go in there with the LLC already signed up. Some one way or another, the buyer, uh, we should have some type of name signed off on already to show our commitment. Like, look, we're ready. All we need is your John Hancock at the bottom here. Virginia area. Nice. Virginia. I feel like a lot of people, I know a lot of people at least, who work the Virginia markets. I was a part of Chris Jefferson's group for a little bit. I think that's his market right there, Virginia. And a lot of people in his group were in his group because they were working that market. So I'm connected with a lot of people actually, I think, in the Virginia area who wholesale. And I believe Chris Jefferson buys in that market as well. Anyways, I'm gonna stop stalling. Let me kind of clear out my tabs here. I just hopped on vidIQ. For those who are familiar, it's like gives you like analytics and stuff about your Google or your YouTube account. And then I realized that's what I was doing last time. I passed out, but I was like, I really don't want to spend too much time on YouTube. As you can tell, I just hop on and I turn the webcam on. Nothing crazy. I never, again, wanted it to be something crazy in the first place. So once I start doing deals and start, again, putting people in a position where it frees up some more of my time, then I'll maybe consider doing something different, or actually spending a little bit more time on the YouTube thing, trying to scale it out. But at this point, it's really not my top priority. All right, so my tabs, just so you guys know, because for those who are just hopping in for the first time, I'm working off a little 13-inch MacBook, so it doesn't have the processing power for like streaming platform or streaming software, so you can't necessarily see what I'm doing. I try my best to narrate what it is that I'm doing on my computer. So just so you know, the tabs that I have open, I use Call Tools as my dialer. I'm going to pull up batch leads in case I come across somebody who is interested, so I can try to comp it real quickly. Still kind of trying to navigate batch leads. I'm not as proficient at comping properties on this as I was on PropStream, but I know that there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So I'm getting a little better at it in terms of the quick comps, right? Um, with PropStream, I used to be able to come up with like a reasonably accurate offer within like, 5 minutes. Whereas batch leads, I'm still kind of figuring out where everything is. So it takes me a little bit, but good practice just to have it open and try to, like I said, if I do come across somebody, to try to quickly comp it. And then I like also having Redfin open. Although it doesn't seem to be as necessary. When I was working off of PropStream, it seemed like they had limited data. And, if I were to ever get off the phone with somebody and maybe schedule a follow up, before the follow up, I would comp it if it was like a warm enough lead. And I would bring it to Redfin actually to get more accurate information. It seemed like Redfin had more data compared to PropStream. I would find a few properties that weren't included on PropStream. I'd be like, oh, okay, like this is actually a really good comp. Um, but now that I've worked off batch leads, it seems like batch leads is kind of similar to that of Redfin, where they have a lot of the similar properties. So, um, kind of am doing away with Redfin. Again, Redfin used to just be like my platform to comp when I had more time to come up with a much better accurate MAO, max allowable offer. But it doesn't really seem necessary now that I'm getting the information that I'm getting with batch leads. And then I have so those ones are pretty much. I have my texting platform open. I use REI Reply, but I'm honestly gonna exit out of it right now because I'm not focused on texting at the current moment. So I'm gonna hop into my dialer, come over to the agent dashboard within call tools, and then I'm gonna do the same thing that I've been doing, just kind of burning through from the least amount of people in the campaigns to the campaigns with the most. So I have 59 people in this absentee owner campaign. That'll only take me a minute. Again, the reason I'm doing it, I mentioned in recent videos, just to kind of stay true to what I set up on the back end. On the back end of call tools, I'm like saying, okay, I'm going to call, I'm going to call through this property so many times. And just to kind of get a good general understanding of how many times I should be calling through, I personally want to see it through. I have come to the conclusion that it's probably too many times that I'm calling through. When it gets to this point, it's like I'm hardly connecting with anybody. But again, it only takes me a quick minute to see it through, to call through these 59 properties. It'll probably take me less than 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that one. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom real quick before I hop on. Don't mind all the laundry on the bed. It needs to be folded. Giving you the real, guys. Giving you the raw, uncut. I'm not going to fold the laundry before I get on the dialer here. All right, hopping in this campaign. Like I said, I should just blow through this one. I'd be lucky to get one contact out of it if I can squeeze a contact out within the first couple minutes here. And then on my desk, I got my script. I got my notepad and my pen, just in case anybody hops on and I want to take some notes. And my phone, not really necessary though, because I'm using call tools. It's a predictive dialer, and I don't actually have to dial in like I would with, say, Mojo, the dialer that I used to use. So you don't even really need a phone. You just need to purchase caller ID numbers through the dialer software. And then it just round robins them. So I think I have 4 numbers that I'm dialing off of, and it just cycles through them. Jay Will, if you're still in here, how long you been wholesaling? I know you said you did 15 last year. Curious if you're still in here, or if you watch this after the fact. I'm curious to know how long it took you to kind of build up that traction there. Hello? I just missed him. That's the problem with the predictive dialer. Sacrificing a few of those first few seconds to determine whether or not it's a answering machine or a real human. Um, so the system just took a little too long to determine that that was a real human before it connected me. And by the time I got to the phone, by the time it connected me, they were probably already said hello, hello, and then hung up. So comes with it, with as many times as that happens. There's going to be, a couple hundred times every day, depending on how much I call, but, a good amount of people rather a good amount of voicemails that I'm not having to connect to and hang up just to get to the next line. The system's kind of handling that. So you give some, you take some. I guess it really comes down to preference. That's like the one thing that I'm not even quite sure if I've come to the conclusion that I like this way rather than like the analog dialer like Mojo, where I just connect with a voicemail and I hang up to get to the next line. Um, I'm not quite sure what I even prefer, but I think that's what it comes down to is preference. I'm sure that I'm dialing more numbers this way. So, but at the same time, I'm also not connecting with as many people as I should be because of what just happened. In all honesty, for the most part, it's like the same contact rate, to be quite honest. Yeah, blew through that. Just got like a couple more people to call through on this campaign before I hop on the next one, which will be a lean list, a county lean list. That one's fairly small too, just a little over 100. So that one should take me honestly about 5 minutes. Because at this point too, I've already called through the list where there's probably only like 1 or 2 numbers attached to the properties, as opposed to like the 3. At one point I was attaching 4 numbers too, so as opposed to the 3 or 4 numbers, because I've called through it so many times and I've probably gotten, people picking up saying, no, you have the wrong number. So then I'll delete that number from the property so that when I call through the next time, I can get through that property a lot quicker because there's one less number to dial. And then the system itself, Call Tools, is also auto removing all of like the fax machines or the disconnected numbers. So again, by the time I call through, the second, third, fourth time, you can call through a lot quicker because there's a lot less numbers to dial. All right, I'm gonna let it breathe for a second, see if I get anybody else, but the list is done. All right, hop off that campaign. I'm gonna hop into this lean campaign. And then after that one, I start to get to kind of the bulk of where my data is. The next smallest list or campaign will be the absentee owned, 60 plus years of age in the hot zip codes of a specific county. Fort Bend County, if you're working in the Houston metro area. What do you think? I might just, you know what I might start doing is I might just start hopping on the dial. Or you know what I will do is I'm gonna start taking note of timestamps of like when I make my first contact. I think that'll be beneficial because it's already 20 minutes into this video, 21 minutes. So for somebody who's wanting to like get straight to it and just hear me on the dialer, I think it'd be beneficial to give a little timestamp, like first contact Ed. You know what I mean? Because in all honesty, I may get through these 100 and still not get somebody. I should get a couple people. Yeah, and that's another thing that I want to take note of. Safety. Um, Reduce. Hello?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Mr. Ramirez.
Yeah, this is Daniel.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Broadmoor Drive.
No, man. Thank you.
All right, thanks for taking the call. Reduce number of, when was that call? 23 minutes. I wonder if I can go in and edit the. Yeah. Boom. Reduce number of. I don't know what they call it on call tools. I think it's the live filter. Essentially, reduce the number of times calling through each list. I think that's what it's called.
Your message now.
Mm-hmm. One contact in the books. Try to, minimum I want to put up like 15 contacts a day. Hello?
Hi, thank you for calling B&J Real Estate Inspection. This is Mon.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I think I dialed the wrong number here.
Okay, no, don't worry. Have a good day.
Real estate inspection, huh? Yeah, I was gonna say at least 15, just to like at least pad the stats, but I really want to push it closer to like 50 contacts a day. I know I'm only gonna be able to do that with like consistent, fresh data, but I want to put up 75 minimum Monday through Friday, which will give me what 300 a month, which should give me like a good handful of warm leads, hot leads, maybe like one or two hot ones. Um, but it'll definitely give me an opportunity to increase the number of offers that I'm making for sure at those numbers. But and even more so if I'm doing 50 a day, 50 contacts a day. I was pretty much doing that if you include the texting. I was sending out what 500 a week text with a 20, like a little over 25% response rate on that. I was getting, if you want to include those as contacts, when people are texting me back saying no, um, of the 25% replies, I would say probably like a little like less than half, or probably like I can confirm like okay that was the real person, the right person, and they're not interested. So if you want to say like a little less than half, hello.
Sí,
Hey, Ramon.
sí, diga.
Ramon, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I was giving you a call. I was calling about a property I believe you own on Schumann Lane.
No hablo español.
Oh, ¿quieres vender tu casa en el calle Schumann Lane?
Ah, no, no.
No, okay.
Muchas gracias.
All right, thank you.
Ah,
Oh, they didn't know I spoke Spanish, huh? So anyways, that's in the past. That's what I want to be doing though. I want to put up like 500 texts minimum a week, which probably give me like an average of what, like 50 contacts a week, which will give me like an extra 10 per day. And then if I hop on the dialer with fresh data at like a 20 contact hour, and dial for 2 hours, that'll give me my 50 a day. Like 2 hours on the dialer, 500 texts a week. I can easily do that. Hello?
Yes,
Hey, Shao.
yes,
Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey,
yes.
hey, I know this is a bit random, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Greenfields Drive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you'd ever accept an offer on your property there.
We still, I don't have any plan to sell my property.
No, okay, completely
All
understand.
right.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you taking the call.
All right.
I
Bye.
know. Couldn't understand really what she said. I had to turn the volume up, but I got that she wasn't interested in selling. What was I saying? Yeah, I was kind of just mapping out what I want to be able to do. 500 texts a week, 250. I like sending off 250 on Monday and Tuesday because the way that it happens is it's on a drip campaign, so it auto texts the first 3 days. So on day one, I know this is repetitious for anybody who's been in here and listened to me before, but I get a lot of new people hopping in here and tapping into the content every day. So I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but for the new people, I use REI Reply, and you're able to set up kind of like a drip campaign. And a drip campaign, if you're not familiar with like email marketing or something like that, is you set the whole campaign up front, and you say on day one they're going to get this, on day 10 they're going to get this, and then you just simply press start the campaign, right? So you add the people to the campaign and you just press start. So that's what I do with my texting platform. REI Reply allows me to do that. So what happens is they will get texted on day one 5 minutes goes by, and if they don't reply to that first text, they get a ringless voicemail. So day one, they get a text, a ringless voicemail. If they don't respond to any of those, on day two, they get another text and ringless voicemail. If they don't respond to those, day three, they get a text. And then I think like 5 days later, they get another text. 7 days later, they get another text. And then 7 days later, they get another text or something like that. It's a 20-day campaign. And then if they don't reply to any of those, then I'll take those numbers and I'll add them to my dialer and then I'll try calling them. But that's why I like sending. I like what I was doing in the past was I had 250 that I would text or add to the campaign on Monday, and then 250 that I would add to the campaign on Tuesday. That way, the people that I added on Monday would get hit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the ones that I added on Tuesday would get hit Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I just left my Friday open for any follow-ups or whatever. So that's kind of the 500 text plan that I want to get back in the habit of doing. And then throughout the course of the week, I would say probably like I'd get like close to like half of those people saying no. No, that's not right. Half of the 25% reply. So I'd get like what's 25% of that? 250, 125. I'd probably get like 75 people who are saying no throughout the course of the week. Hello? Hey, Alvino? Alvino, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I know this is a bit random, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Castle Creek Lane.
Entiendo, ¿hablas español?
Oh, ¿quieres vender tu casa en el calle Castle Creek Lane?
Si quiero vender mi casa,
Sí.
no tengo casa. Vende una troca que tengo ahí tirada ahí.
Oh, okay, ¿no quieres?
No quiero, pero tengo una troca ahí, una armada. ¿La quieres comprar?
Man, if only I spoke a little bit more Spanish. Anybody catch that? What I'm going to do, one way or another, I didn't know if that person was actually interested or not. Is there any Spanish speakers on here? I need some more. I need this more bilingual audience. I couldn't really make out one way or another if he was interested or not. I typically would, I toss my Spanish speaking leads to Jared and Reina. But in this case, I'm not going to waste their time because I'm not quite sure. I'll only ever send them over if like the person is able to speak enough English to let me know, yeah, I'm interested. Give me a call in Spanish, which comes up quite often, actually. Pretty surprised. It's probably just the areas that I'm marketing to, but in this case, I'm just going to mark them Spanish speaker, not necessarily not interested. So maybe in the future, if I ever do employ or get somebody on the team that is bilingual, that is calling for me, I can kind of have them start with this Spanish speaker group, right? So I am kind of going through and putting in the effort to at least segment these people into a Spanish speaking list for future reference. I'm not really doing anything with it at this point, but so that's that one. And now I'm going to hop into the next one, which was that absentee owned 60 plus years of age in hot zip codes that I've identified using the list source method. Yeah. So just doing
2812.
Doing that math again. If I sent off 500 texts a week, 250 on Monday and Tuesday, I would imagine that about 15 a day, on average, Monday through Friday, I'll get some solid contacts where again I'm like, yeah, that was the person. They either are interested or not. If you want to count all the no's, again, I'm only counting the no's where people, because I get a lot of my reply rate or my response rate to my text is sitting right between 26 and 27%. So about a quarter of the people reply, but a lot of them are like F off, cancel, quit, do not contact me. So I don't really count those as contacts because I'm not quite sure if it's even the right person. But a good handful of people, probably about half of the replies, uh, of the no replies, the negative replies are no, we're not interested in selling that property. Stop contacting me. So it's like, okay, that was the right person. Uh, and I'm kind of just thinking out loud at this point. This is nothing that's concrete or anything like that in terms of my actual KPIs or metrics. Hello? Hello? I'll give them 2 hellos. If I don't hear anything after that, I'm on to the next, just to free up the line in case somebody else has answered on another line. I think I'm dialing off 4 lines on this campaign. But back to my quick math. Should be able to get about 15 of those solid no's or yeses, solid contacts. I need to stop getting in the habit of just assuming that I'm going to get no's. 15 solid contacts every day through text. And then with fresh lists, I'm able to push it. Hello?
Are being screened by Smart Call Blocker.
I'm able to push it probably up to like 20, even plus contacts per hour on the dialer if I have fresh data in there, fresh lists. And if I hop on the dialer for 2 hours, it's 40 contacts right there plus the 15. That's kind of where I want to be at, around 50 plus. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Miss Emery?
Yes?
Hi there, this is Derek. Hey, sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Glade Point Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
No, I'm a real estate owner broker, so I would sell it myself if I was selling.
All
But
right.
I'm not. Thank you.
Completely understand. Appreciate you taking the call. It's kind of where I want to be though, about 50 plus solid contacts per day through my marketing efforts. And then if you want to loop in those follow-ups, I guess you could, but I kind of want to treat those separately. I'm trying to make 50 new contacts a day because I can call
Need your name and phone
the
number
same
after.
lead, a couple times a week just for them to tell me, oh, call me in a few days, call me in I think I'd just be cheating myself to start counting those as true contacts.
Need your name and phone number.
What I'm also doing is I've included a call disposition for myself as voicemail machine so that I can determine whether or not Call Tools is doing an efficient job at screening these voicemails out. Because I've already gotten so many voicemails today, but there's ways in the back end of Call Tools that I can alter my settings to hopefully reduce the amount of voicemail. Hello?
Sure.
Hi, Fias?
Huh?
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I know this is a bit random here, but I was giving a call about a property I believe you own on Tallow Pine Terrace. Don't know if that was even the right person. I'm just going to go ahead and mark them wrong number to remove that number. And there's 2 other numbers attached. So next time I call through, I'll give those numbers a call. But like I was saying, there's some stuff in the back end where I can alter the settings to try to reduce the amount of voicemails that I'm connecting with. Hello?
Yes.
Hi,
Can I help
is this Miss Mendez?
No, this office.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I dialed the wrong number here. say it every time, but I'm not in the business of trying to contact somebody at their place of work, even if that was the right person. I'm not gonna try to hassle her at work. It's kind of a personal decision, but to each his own.
Fully planning on taking.
What's going on, Daniel? Any good leads today? No, nothing good today. It kind of just started. Probably got like just a handful of contacts, like 3 or 4 to be honest. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, David.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I was
Wrong number.
oh, I'm sorry. Possibly. I was looking to connect with I guess that's part of it too. Trying to breed that familiarity by saying, "Hey, this is Derek." It's like I don't know any Dereks, right? That was probably the right number. I'm gonna go ahead and just say no contact, and I'll try to give him a call. I'm not gonna remove that number. I'll try to give him a call next time I call through the list. That's actually the first time that's ever happened to me. Funny enough, but now that it's happened, it makes sense. I'm surprised that it hasn't happened more often because I try to kind of breed that familiarity. Like, hey, you know me, this is Derek, right? And then to get them thinking like, oh, hey, sometimes you'll even have people like, oh, hey, Derek, how's it going? You know, just so that they don't hurt my feelings. Like on the other end, they're really thinking like, who the hell is this? But that's the first time that's happened, and again, it makes sense. Hello?
Yes.
Hey, is this Miss McDermott?
Pardon me?
Hi, I'm sorry. I was looking for the owner of a property on Bridgemont Lane. Do I have the right number here?
You do. You're probably calling to say you're interested in the property. We get so many calls every day, and we don't even have a property for sale. I wished I could find the person to talk to get it to stop because it's annoying.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
from letters in the mail, from phone calls. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, we're not interested right now in selling it. What kind of list are you getting this from? Is it like a prospect list? People that have owned the property so long. I'm an agent myself, so I know, they have all kinds of lists out there. But
Yeah, I
I'd
think
like
this
to
one
know
may
where.
be just the fact that you might not live in the property yourself. It may be a rental for you or something to that degree.
Right. Yes, it is a rental, but it's family that lives in it, so
Mm.
we aren't planning to sell it. So
Okay, completely understand. Well, I
so I
appreciate.
guess they just like. Pardon me.
I was just gonna say I appreciate you taking the call. Anyways, I'll be sure to kind of remove you from the list so you won't hear back from me.
Thank you so much.
All
I
right,
appreciate it. You
have a
have a
good
great
one.
day. Bye bye.
Bye now. You know she's nice, but she still doesn't want to sell. So I don't want to waste too much time on it. Not to be rude, you know what I mean? But and I kind of have been speaking to that in my recent videos as well. It's like I will give people the opportunity to express their feelings when it comes to me interrupting their day and randomly calling them because I get it, right? Like last thing I want to do is just like hang up on that person when they say like no, I'm not interested, like and just out of curiosity, click. You know what I mean? Like they took the time to answer the phone, let me know they weren't interested, so I'll give them the time of day. But anything beyond like 30 seconds, that it started to get to be a little long. Kind of want to move on to the next as quick as possible. Again, not to be rude, and again, this is not for me to be telling you how to dial yourself. To each his own, his or her own, to be politically correct about it. But that's what I do.
Message after the tone.
Just not trying to waste too much time. I'm trying to be as proficient as possible. This is really something that I've been focused on lately is just sorting, having the conversation and trying my very best to identify whether or not it's worth pursuing, both in my cold calling and my follow-ups. Specifically, my follow-ups is what it's been tailored towards, but my cold calling as well. I'm not trying to waste time. I'm not trying to, for a number of reasons. One, on the grand scheme of things, that time adds up where, if I'm speaking with somebody like that unnecessarily, a handful of times a day, that's like a good number of contacts that I could have been making instead. Two, with call tools, it's dialing off of other lines. So I could be on line A with somebody who's not interested, like that woman, and then somebody could be picking up the phone on line C. And since I'm wasting my time talking to the woman on line A, I'm not able to actually have a conversation with the person on line C. And that person could have been a hot lead, you know? So you'll even hear me like clicking on my computer the second the call ends, whether it be somebody saying no, somebody saying yes, somebody a voicemail machine. I'm trying to disposition that call as quickly as possible to free the line up so that I can connect with somebody who may be waiting on the other line. And hello,
Hello.
hi, Miss Saffold.
Yes.
Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I know this is a bit random here, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Sunlamp Court.
No, that's not me. That's my husband you want to talk to.
Oh, okay. While I have you, do you think there may be any interest in possibly selling that property? Hello? Um, what was I saying? Oh, you'll even hear it sometimes where it honestly is really, really gratifying when I quickly disposition a call, and then right when I click submit on the call disposition, it connects with somebody else because that tells me that they were waiting for the line to free up, and then right when I click submit, it connects it to the person who was waiting on the other line. And it's really gratifying to be able to do it real quick and then free up the line and then get connected with somebody else right away. Hey, yo, what's going on, cool dude? Appreciate you hopping in here on this lovely Monday to start off the week. Be honest, really didn't feel like dialing today because I was really dead set on getting in all of those new lists that I was talking about earlier. So I was really wanting to have my Monday be like this fresh start where I'm calling through all of these new properties and not only in new properties. Hello?
Hello.
Hey,
Yes.
Hey, Godfrey?
Yes, who is this?
Hey, this is Derek. No, this is a bit random here, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Kennelwood Drive. In that case, I'm going to mark not interested, contact made. I doubt that I got the wrong Godfrey on the line, and only once I mentioned the property, he hung up. So I'm going to go ahead and mark him as a contact and that he's not interested. But I was mentioning before he picked up that I was excited. I was really looking forward to calling through this list that I have waiting to be skip traced. Not only because it's a new list, but it's because it's a driving for dollars list. And I love calling through my driving for dollars list. You get a lot less hate. You get a lot less, people cursing you out or whatever the case may be, because it's a custom list. People aren't going and pulling this list. The majority, well, maybe not the majority, but more people on your driving for dollars list, on my driving for dollars list. I want to make sure that I'm speaking in terms of my own business and what I got going on here. In my own driving for dollars list, I have found that the properties are likely not on other lists that people are just pulling from these softwares. So the list is a whole lot less beat up. So it's more enjoyable to call. You have, conversations that develop a little bit more beyond that initial, hey, I was calling about this property, click, But I just didn't get around to doing it last night. So I'm going to do that tonight for sure. I'm putting that off, man. But rent is paid. Everything's paid. So it's kind of what. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, David?
Yeah.
David, how's it going? This is Derek. I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Beasley Ave.
Okay, I've got a couple of properties on Beasley.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
No, not at all.
No, okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. That's one thing with this list, if I recall. That's another thing that I used to do for driving for dollars is I would take that extra step before I actually added it to my list. I would pull it up in PropStream to determine whether or not these people had. I tried to keep it, or I tried past tense to keep it to people who had like 3 or less properties, because once they have any more than that, it's like they don't really need my help. They have the means to liquidate their assets, to take out, lines of credit against certain assets, to do the necessary repairs. Not to say that you won't find somebody who's wanting to just completely liquidate their entire portfolio, but the likelihood of that happening is a lot lower than coming across somebody who has one property that needs my help to purchase it cash. So in this list, I bought this from GeoPoint data, and it's just not a filter that you can include in pulling the list. You can't say like, how many I want to have, people 60 plus years of age who are in these zip codes who have 3 or less properties. You can't do that 3 or less properties filter. Whereas when you're pulling properties off of like PropStream, or I haven't pulled one off Batch in a really long time, but I'd imagine it's the same thing. You can kind of filter that in to where you're not coming across people who have like a good amount of properties. Like he says he had like a couple properties on Beasley. This is the city that I'm calling him on. Needville is a pretty small town. So if he has a few properties on the one street, then he probably has a lot of properties. And I can see his mailing address is on another street within Needville. So just nobody that needs my help. Which is also why I like calling my driving for dollars list. The likelihood of these people needing my help on its face is going to be a lot higher, because I've identified that they at least need to do some work to the property and may not have the financial means to do so. Excuse me. About a little over 500 properties on this list left to call through. So on call tools, you can text, and every once in a while I'll hop on. It's the conversations tab, but for the most part, like 99 times out of 100, it's the phone. It's like an auto reply to a missed call. I just got one that said, "I'm on my way." Jay Will, where did you find your cold caller? I'm also interested.
Oh, sorry, I'm awesome.
All right. What's this? Is this drop right here?
Yeah.
Have fun. See you in a little bit. Hey man, LOL, I'm in English class right now. Tisk, bro. You got the headphones on, hopefully. Don't accidentally have it come through the speakers. All right, let me hop back on the dialer. Sure. Linkos. Never heard of Linkos. I train them for you, but we still do weekly coaching calls too. Okay. So you like bought them pre-trained, and then you all round together with their lead manager. Well, I'm calling them their lead manager, kind of their supervisor, in order to do weekly training calls. If you're serious about getting a call, let me know when I reach out to them. You heard it here. If anybody's in here, either live or watching it after the fact, Jay Will's your guy. Jay Will, if you're willing, drop your contact information there, or you can, or what they can do is reach out to me, and you can reach Jay Will. You can reach out to me directly, so I can play middleman. However you want to do it. $6 an hour sounds like a good deal to me. Where are they based? Are they overseas?
Hello, who are capital ordinary? Please.
Jay Will name is Philippines. Yeah. I just googled it. It looked like Linkos Real Estate or Global Solutions or something like that. What was it? Linkos Global Business Solutions.com. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I found. What's your email, Derek? Yeah, so Jay Will, if you wanna reach out to me via email and provide your contact information to me, then I can, if you're comfortable, I can go ahead and provide that to anybody else that reaches out to me. So if anybody is either live or watching this after the fact, you can either contact me via email and say, hey, could you get me in touch with Jay Will for some cold callers? Or if you want to reach out to me via Instagram or the Discord group, both of those links are in the description. If that's how you wanted to do it, Jay Will. And if you're comfortable with doing it that way, I'm more than willing to take your contact information and then pass it along to anybody that reaches out to me directly. Got 7 people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm on the fast track to 1,000 subscribers. Not as fast as I'd like, but hey, like I said, this YouTube channel really wasn't the, it still is not the goal. I just like hopping on here and kind of shooting the shit with you guys. It helps me fill the time in between the contacts. Got a little under 500 people to call through on this campaign. And then the other two campaigns that I have are my driving for dollars list. I'm just constantly adding to the campaign. So when I skip trace the 500 properties that are waiting to be skip traced from my virtual driving for dollars, I'm just going to go ahead and add it to the campaign that I already have set up. I'm not setting up like new campaigns every time. Hello? But right now in that driver for dollars campaign, there's a little under 889 properties in there. And then the other campaign that I have is kind of a catch-all. It's not segmented. The only reason they're in this last campaign is because they went through some type of text campaign and never replied. So now I'm taking all of those numbers and then putting them into my no SMS response campaign. So within that campaign, you're going to get driving for dollars properties. You're going to get absentee owner properties from a list that I've either pulled or purchased. So that's kind of just like a, what do they call it? A smorgasbord. Just kind of a melting pot of different lists that went through my texting platform, but that never replied. So all of the ones in the no SMS response are all mobile numbers, or they should be all mobile numbers rather. And the other campaigns are probably a combination of either landlines or mobile numbers that didn't pop up as like either the first or second result when I skip traced with batch. Which is also probably why the contact rate's so low, is because I'm taking like the first and second mobile numbers and putting them through my text campaign and then bringing them over to my dialer. So all these other... Hello?
Hi, yes.
Hi, Erlinda.
Who?
I'm sorry. I was looking for the owner of a property on King's Courts. Do I have the right number here?
No, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. And I just had that thought, that kind of revelation right now. That's probably why my contact rate's so low when I'm dialing through these other campaigns, is because, again, I'm taking the numbers that probably have the highest probability of them being the right person, and I'm putting them through my text platform first before I bring them to my dialer, and I include them in that no SMS response campaign. So I'm definitely still getting contacts. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Mr.
Yes,
Alvey.
sir.
Hi, is this Mr. Alvey?
Hold on one second. Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Alvey? Can you hear me? So that's probably the best. That's probably going to be the best. Well, I was going to say, it's probably going to be the best campaign for me to dial through is my no SMS response Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Carl.
Wrong number, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. This guy's name is Carl Carlson. But then now that I say that, all of those people have already been texted. But anybody who texts me... Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Miss Bennett.
May I help you?
Yeah. This is Derek. I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Mount Pleasant Street.
Oh, goodness. Not for sale.
Oh, okay. Completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling at the moment?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Uh-huh.
She giggled. That's what also what will happen. I find when I do a good job of doing what I've been talking about, breeding that familiarity by saying, "Hey, this is Derek," and then being like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, what's going on, Derek?" Like feeling kind of bad, like, "Oh shoot, like I don't remember who this is." And then when I bring up the property, they say, "Oh," and they can have a little chuckle about it. And that tells me that I did a good job in my script of getting to that point without them realizing why I was calling, which is my main objective, really, within those first couple seconds. But what I was saying with the no SMS response, anybody who is gonna text, hello?
Protect the polished metal surface by handling it only with a clean rag.
God, every time I go to talk, if anybody texts me back and saying that they're not interested, again, I'll only do this if I can be certain that it is the person that I'm trying to get a hold of, and I'm pretty fairly certain that it is the property owner. So like, if somebody texts me back just saying no, I can't really be sure if that's the person, right? But if somebody texts me back saying we're not interested in selling this property, then I can pretty safely assume, yeah, that's the right person, and they're not interested in selling. So if that's the case, then I will go to my dialer and I will remove that property from any campaign so that I don't waste my time calling that person when it comes time to dial through that list, right? Because I have their mobile number in the texting platform and I have maybe their landline in the dialer. So at this point in time, right? So I do that because I'm working off of a limited marketing budget. But for somebody who's at scale, it's nothing to them to just call their landline to get that second no. It's only going to take them a quick couple seconds, right? Um, and if they have people in place to be dialing for them, then it's really no issue. But for me, I'm texting them myself. Maybe that's something that I could do.
Hello.
Hey, Julio.
No, this isn't Julio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I have the wrong number here. I was calling about a property I believe Julio owns on Oak Walk Drive.
Yeah, he's my father, but he's not selling any properties anymore.
Okay, completely understand. I appreciate you taking the call.
All right, see you.
Bye. Going to taking his word for it. What I was going to say is the issue with doing what I was saying, isn't an issue for people who are doing this at scale and have callers in place is because with me, I am texting them saying, I'm not saying my name up front in the text, but it is my voice on the ringless voicemail. And then I may call them, a couple days later on their landline. So that's the only issue. What I should do is really have my girl re-record my ringless voicemail, my voicemail drops, so that it's like a woman who's on my texting platform, and then a man who's calling. That's probably will go ahead and that's what would solve that issue there. Or if I just used a different name uh, when I'm texting somebody or when I'm calling them, I know people will do that as well. Man, it gets cold in here when that door is open. That was something else that I've been thinking about. I know that this business is really like, especially virtually,
Please leave your name and phone number.
it's attractive because you're able to do it from home. But I think I confirm within myself, just personally, again, I know this is just going to be personal preference, that I think I may want to get some type of like shared office space or something like that when I have the means to do so. Um, because, I mean, one, you just saw him. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Manuel.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, no, this is a bit random, Manuel, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Cora Street.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Completely understand.
Bye.
Appreciate you taking the call. You saw right here, we live in a 1-bedroom apartment. So my girls, I'm in my bedroom right now. So my girls having to come in and out and uh, use the bedroom. So that's one thing right now. But even if we had like a huge house where I had my own office and it was separate from the house, I think even then I would still want to something about waking up in the morning and getting ready for work and going to somewhere else to do the work um, is attractive to me. I think that it would give me a little bit more, and because like right, so I hated my old job, but I held myself accountable to get to work. I was waking up at some points in time at like 4:30 in the morning because my commute was so long. So like I don't have any interest in waking up that early ever again. But I'd like to, wake up at 5:36. Hello, hello. Do my morning thing and then go to work. Right, to have somewhere where I can go to. That way, when I'm there, I just personally feel like I would. Uh, feel obligated to really hustle and really put in the work. Whereas right now, it's like I'm giving my son. Hello,
Hello, this is Greg.
hey Greg, how's it going? This is Derek.
Yes, sir.
No, it's a bit random, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Angler Bend Landing.
You're about the 42nd person that's called me today.
Oh gosh, I take it there's no interest in selling that one there, huh?
No, no way.
Okay, okay. Well, I have you. Would you happen to have any others you might be interested in selling?
Nope.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call, Greg. Hope you have a good one.
All right.
Um, and I was gonna say this is me being completely honest with myself and with you guys. I feel like I'm still giving myself kind of internal excuses in the back of my head, like when I'm in the living room, like not really being productive, telling myself that like, oh, I should really be on the dialer. I should really be getting to work. And it's like something in the back of my head telling me it's like, well, work is just in the other room. So when it does come time for me to do work, I could just simply step into the bedroom and get on the dialer, right? It's only going to take me 30 seconds to get on the dialer. So I'll do that in 10, 15 minutes, right? Uh, whereas if I actually got up in the morning and I got ready and went to work, that I would feel 100% obligated. It's like, okay, well, now I'm here, right? Not only that, but I would probably be paying for the space. So it's like, not only am I here, but I'm paying for this. So I need to make it worth my time and money. Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Miller.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. I know this is a bit random here, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Ricky Street.
Okay. Who gave you a call? Or you were calling about a property on Ricky Street?
Yeah. I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you would ever consider an offer on your property there.
No. You don't want to set my price, my offer.
Okay, what's the magic number, just so I know?
A lot? 100,000.
100,000, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just out of curiosity, if I was able to kind of be somewhere in that ballpark, is it something that you'd want to move forward on?
No.
No.
But if you want to move forward on it and twist my arm, I'll sell it.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, hey, while I have you, aside from the one on Ricky Street, do you have any properties you might be interested in selling at the moment for cash?
No, I don't have any.
No. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the call anyways. Hope you have a good day.
All right.
All right, bye now. Uh, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna push this to Zillow, see what the Zestimate is. Zestimate's 95. Not gonna be able to do 100. It just didn't sound too high of an asking price. So I wanted to clarify, hey, if I could be somewhere in that ballpark, is it something that you're actually even wanting to do? No. Okay. Sophisticated one. Hey, Derek, how'd it go Friday? It went all right. Sophisticated one is speaking to a situation that I ran into, and I take 100% fault and blame for this. It was an honest mistake that I made, but I had failed to include in the agreement that I recently had to cancel that I had the right to market the property. And the tenant caught wind of it. They had a friend who saw the property being marketed on Facebook. and they got all pissed because it was like the inside of their house, and the seller also wasn't being honest with the tenant, and letting them know that he was interested in selling the property. So there was like a level of like anonymity there, like he didn't want to disclose it to the tenants unless it was a for sure thing. Anyways, they caught wind of it. The seller called me on Friday. I was super pissed off, threatening me with legal action because. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Nguyen.
Who is it?
Hi, this is Derek. Hey, sorry, no,
Wait.
no, it's a bit random here.
Wait, I can hear you. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. Was giving you a quick call about a property I believe you own on Barrett Bray Drive.
What do you mean?
Yeah. I just wanted to give you a quick call about that property and see if you'd ever consider an offer on it.
Oh, that your business?
I'm sorry?
Is that your business? Right.
He's trying to be a smart ass about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and not interested. Move on. So what happened was the seller called me, threatened me with legal action, yada yada yada. I was able to diffuse the situation with him, offer a solution that I thought was best, um, and said, hey, if you're comfortable with it, I'd love to reach out to your tenant, apologize, and let them know that nothing really is moving forward anyway, since we ended up canceling the contract. We canceled the contract like 2 weeks ago.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Hastings.
Hello?
Hi there. Hey, this is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Dan Cox Avenue.
That's not for sale.
Oh, okay. Completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any others? I got caught up talking to you guys. I got thrown off. But yeah, so I was like, if that's all right with you and you feel comfortable, I'd love to reach out to the tenant myself and kind of explain myself, apologize, and let them know, reassure them that we're not even moving forward anyways. And he said, sure. He gave me their number. I reached out to the tenant off stream, um, and did exactly that. Apologized greatly. I was able to, seemed like, reassure him and put his concerns at rest, let him know that all the marketing pieces would be removed from the internet. Uh, and I hope that I wasn't, I didn't kind of tamper with the long term relationship that the tenant and the seller had built. He'd been renting from them for like 11 years. And at the end of the conversation, he was like, I appreciate, the tenant expressed his appreciation for me reaching out directly and owning up to my mistake. And yeah, he's like, let's just hope it never happens again. And that was the end of it. I texted the seller saying what I had done. Hey, reached out to the tenant. I think I was able to kind of diffuse it and reassure him and put his concerns at rest. And then seller never texted me back. So I'm kind of just putting it behind me. Don't want to give it any more energy or thought. Just gonna go. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Booker.
Miss who?
I'm sorry. I don't know if I have the right number here. I was looking for the owner of a property on Kelso Street.
No. No one here that I know lives there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I might have dialed the wrong number.
Okay.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and operate under the assumption that all is good with that. Gonna go ahead and move on from it. I had already moved on from it, but I felt responsible enough to have to deal with the situation. I wasn't gonna run from it. In fact, I wanted to lean into it. I wanted to call the tenant. So did that. All good. Same with the mindset thing. When you work for someone else, you feel obligated, but the different type of motivation was just for you. Exactly. And it's like, right. I just think that me putting myself in a position where I feel obligated to myself, like, other than the general obligation where it's like, oh yeah, like for me and my family, like I already get that. But I think just personally, and I'm being honest, like I think I need a little bit extra kick to really wake up in the morning and feel like, okay, I gotta go, right? I gotta go to work. I gotta make that office space worth it. I gotta put in this time on the dialer. Is he wasting time? Ha ha ha. Yeah, that guy who was asking 100, I'm assuming you're talking about. I think it was. You did and handled it the best way, head on. Appreciate that, sophisticated one. Appreciate that. I felt good about it. At the end of the day, I was freaking out on the stream. Obviously, hopped on here, and it also was a good learning lesson. Kind of spoke to. Hello,
Hello?
hey, Mr. Zamora.
No, you must have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
It also just reassured me and reminded me that I'm looking for people who need my help, and he didn't need my help. It was a mistake to even enter into that agreement in the first place. I was in over my head, and I was trying to do things beyond what I'm looking to do. Right, like I think not like this is something that is necessary, but I think I would benefit from creating some type of a mission statement from my business just to serve as a reminder of what it is that I'm looking to do, right? And I think that it would benefit me to have the statement revolve around the concept of helping people. Hello?
Can I help you?
Hi, is this Mr. Keys?
Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Keys?
This is no Keys.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I think it would benefit me to have that statement revolve around the concept of helping people who need to sell, right? I know that there's going to be some opportunity for people who want to sell and they're willing to, give up some equity in order to forego the hurdles and hoops that they'd have to jump through in order to sell it on market. I get that, but I think they should, for personally my business, fall into the minority, and the majority of people who I'm gonna, make offers make offers to for their property are actually people who need to sell and need my help. And again, just in hindsight and reflection on that deal there, he didn't need my help at all. Right, I was talking about old man. Talking about old man who said he'd have to twist his arm for it to sell. Yeah, along with 100,000. He's a hoop. Yeah, I try. Like I've said that line a few times because in the past I would have heard the 100,000. It would have, even if the estimate was like something around that, right, like 120, and I was able to calculate ARV, and it was like 150, 160 to now where it's like if it's in good enough condition, I could probably do the 100, and I would have in the past like spun my wheels comping the property, trying to get back a hold with that guy, try to pre-qualify him. And then I kind of had that. Hello? Kind of had that thought to myself where it's like that kind of revelation, and where I started asking that question to people who are throwing. It's one thing for somebody to throw out a reasonable number in the beginning of the phone call when they're like, yeah, 100,000, right? Because in all likelihood, hello?
At the tone, please.
In all likelihood, those people still aren't interested, like that gentleman. They just think that they're throwing out an unreasonable number. And it's a whole other thing when you've pre-qualified somebody and you know that they could use your help, and then they throw out an unreasonable number. Or rather, a reasonable number, I'm sorry, where they think that it's unreasonable. Then that's like a one where you got to kind of make sure it's not too sweet, doesn't sound too sweet to them, and still kind of milk it for all it's worth. Appreciate you being so transparent. I now know never to enter into a situation where seller parties are being deceptive. For sure. Yeah, that was another thing with the whole thing. Yeah, I was trying to make it work, and you need full transparency, or I'm gonna need full transparency. Again, I don't want this to come across as like this is how you should be doing business yourself, but moving forward, that's something that I've confirmed that I'm gonna need full transparency between all parties, the tenant included. Right? I can't have you just like trying to like do business behind your tenant's back, because I'm gonna need the tenant to be removed from the property. Ideally, if the price isn't good enough, I'm going to need it delivered vacant, which is why I'll enter into a cash for keys if necessary or whatever. On the two deals that I've done, the first one I did do cash for keys. It was a lot of moving parts on that first one. I did cash for keys. Hello?
Dr. Zale's office.
Hi, I'm sorry. I think I dialed the wrong number here.
Okay.
That wasn't the wrong number. That was their place of business. Again, not wanting to speak with them at their place of work. Well, that woman probably had no connection other than working at the gentleman's office.
Not available.
But that last name, Zale, was the person I was looking to get a hold of. But yeah, speaking to the first deal, I did cash for keys. I hired some movers. I paid for probably like a month of a motel because she was needing to buy some time before her friend's trailer was available for her to move into, and about a month of uh, storage, which came out to be like $500-600 for all that, just to have the property be delivered vacant to my end buyer. And then on the second one, it was tenant occupied, but the seller just went ahead, issued them a notice, and they left voluntarily. I never even spoke with the tenant. So it's definitely something where I need them to communicate with the tenant, right? I need everybody to be on the same page, the tenant included. I can't have them be in the dark, and then when it comes down to it, them be surprised, right? Because that's what I foresee. I've never had it happen, but that's when I foresee issues arising where the tenant's like, "Wait, what? You're just kicking me out now?" Like, why wasn't I notified? Why wasn't I given a proper heads up that this property was being sold? I could have easily found a place, but now you're what? Now you're just kicking me out? Or
Thank you
hello?
for calling Assisted Living at Center Place. This is Vanessa.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I think I dialed the wrong number here.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate the jokesters like him here and there. It's come relief from the hassle game that is real estate. Yeah. I like when people like that get on the phone. To be honest, it wakes me up a little bit. I personally fall into like a repetitious slump where I'm just like kind of anticipating somebody to say no, which is not the mentality or mindset that I'm wanting to. Hello?
Hello, we are not a.
That I'm wanting to have when entering into the phone calls. Um, I should be entering into every single phone call under the assumption that they need my help, right? This person needs my help. So I'm not going to hop on there and just, hey, you want to sell? Hey, you want to sell? Under the assumption that they're going to say no anyways. I want to approach every introduction to my script as if I'm going to be speaking with somebody who needs to sell, right? But I'm sure it's human nature. It's habitual for me to kind of, once you get so many no's and then it's just the same thing over and over again, you start talking like this. I've been on the dialer for an hour and a half, and then when somebody does get on the phone and is interested, then it's like, oh, and then you get flustered, right? I get flustered. So that's why I like people like that as well, because it kind of wakes me up and it's like, oh, like he wasn't really wanting to sell anyways, but okay, what was I doing again? Like, oh, right. Script. Okay, yeah, this next person needs this. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Sarah.
Calling? Wait.
Hi. This is Derek.
Hi?
Hi. I know this is a bit random here, Sarah, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own over on Gladewell Drive.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh.
Again?
Yeah. I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Gladewell Drive in Houston.
You need to come here, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Bye now.
bye.
What? I used to have. I would imagine that she speaks foreign language other than Spanish. I used to have something when I was on Mojo that tagged them um, uh, like foreign language, and then in parentheses, not Spanish, just to, again, maybe tag them for future reference in case I get somebody who's, you know, speaks multiple other languages that they can call through that list. I just kind of like, again, the idea of segmenting it for future reference as opposed to just like getting rid of that property completely. But for now, I kind of, because I don't have that tag. That's what I want to set up though. Because I don't have that set up in Call Tools yet. And then he meant, "Well, me about to pursue my first deal. I appreciate your insight." Yeah, I know that was pretty crazy, sophisticated one. You were saying like, "This is my worst fear. This is my nightmare." Hello.
Reached voicemail of my
Yeah, and it was an honest mistake. And like I was saying on Friday when he was talking to me, he was like, "I didn't give you permission to do this, to post the picture." And all I'm thinking in my head is like, "Yeah, you did. You know, you signed that agreement that said that the buyer has the right to market the property." And then only once I got off the phone and pulled the agreement back up, I realized like, "Oh shit, like he didn't give me permission," you know, and it was an honest mistake, and I feel horrible about it. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Miss Fields.
Is who?
Hi. Sorry, I'm not sure if I have the right number here. I was looking for the owner of a property on Dieppe Street.
Yes, you got the right person.
Oh, okay. My name is Derek. Just wanted to give you a quick call, and I wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
No.
No, okay, completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any other property you might consider selling
No,
at the
I
moment?
don't have.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
All right, thank you.
Bye now. I was gonna say I would have felt bad regardless. I probably would have felt a little bit less bad if he had actually given me permission to market the property and agreed to that. But the fact that I had failed to put that in the agreement, hello,
Yes.
hi, Miss Beavers.
Yes.
Hi, this is Derek. Hey, I know this is a bit random, Miss Beavers, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on the Elm Lake Drive.
I don't own that one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. While I have you, would you possibly happen to have any property or any land that you'd be interested in selling at the moment?
No, sir, I don't. I would love to, but I don't have one.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Not a problem. I appreciate you taking the call.
No problem. Bye
Bye.
bye.
I'm gonna mark that wrong number. I kind of got the sense that it was maybe a divorce type of situation. I was actually looking to get a hold of Jerry on that property, and that was the third number attached to the property. So I just marked that one wrong number, removed it from the property in hopes of getting a hold of Jerry on the first two numbers the next time I call through this list. So there wasn't a good person, and that deal was probably not meant to go through, seeing as one investor already backed out before you. Exactly, and that was another red flag that I should have. I was acting out of scarcity and desperation on that deal. It wasn't a good deal. For anybody who doesn't know, yeah, there's another person that backed out before me, and that should have raised a red flag. I thought maybe it was just because that person that was lazy and had a lack of, it seemed that they were. Because I actually found their marketing pieces in some of the Facebook groups that I posted it to, and I looked at, I kind of did my research on the person. They just didn't seem like. Hello,
Hello?
hi, Mr. Martinez.
No, you got the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. They just didn't on her face. She just didn't seem like somebody who was really putting in a crazy amount of effort to get it sold. Looked like she might have worked for like a bigger business, bigger company, and kind of was just like doing volume and putting it out to a few Facebook. I don't know. I mean, I almost got it. I almost got it there. Had he been willing to take a little bit less, I think I could have gotten it dispoed. Just to kind of reiterate, I had it at 200. I connected with the broker who does a lot of real estate broker who does a lot of business in this small little town. And she said that she had 2 investors interested for sure, maybe 3, but that they would be around 190 to 200. So I just needed to get it renegotiated at a lower price. But his bottom dollar was 200 again because he didn't need to sell, not motivated really at all. So he said, no, 200 is the least I'd be willing to take. And that's why it fell through in the first place. But yeah, I should have raised the red flag right there with the old investor. You're right. God don't like ugly, so maybe the seller will actually have to be ethical to sell property. Yeah, I think he did. That's kind of how I position myself anyways. There's nothing really unethical about what he was doing. He just didn't want but yeah, at the end of the day, he's trying to sell it behind their back. That's what I never understood in the beginning of that whole conversation was like, he was saying that he wanted to sell it, but that he doesn't want to tip it off. He doesn't want to tip his tenants off to the fact that he's selling it. So he was trying to put up all these hoops to jump through in order for me to make an offer and for the end buyer to end up closing on it. But I thought to myself, if you are so considerate of your tenants and care so much about them, wouldn't you want to loop them into the conversation and let them know, hey, I'm thinking about selling it? You know what I mean? But he was just worried about the cash flow. As much as he wanted to say that he had his tenants' best interests, in mind and that, he didn't want to ruin the relation. He was worried about the cash flow. He was worried about them finding out and then them moving out and now him being out of cash flow. So not necessarily unethical. I understand where he's coming from a business perspective. But yeah, it definitely made it a lot more difficult. He probably could have had it been sold had he, been willing to participate a little bit and been willing to sacrifice his tenants finding out. The other person before me probably could have gotten it disposed as well. That was something that the broker that I connected with was like, this is the second time that somebody has presented this to me. The last person wasn't allowing us to walk the property. So there's no way that my investor clients are going to be able to make an offer until we do so. And I was trying to work with them in that regard as well, but I feel you. But anyways, I don't want to talk about that one anymore. I'd rather talk about the hot leads coming down the pipeline, and I really want to put that one behind me. I really don't want to even think about it. Knew it was a great learning lesson for you, sophisticated one, but now we're done talking about it. Got a little over 300 properties left in this campaign. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Clairday? Hello? I hate that. That's my pet peeve right there. I at least want to be able to confirm if I'm speaking with the right person. And then I'll always kind of safely assume that if hello? Hello?
No.
Hey, Thomas? How dare he? The disrespect. I'm gonna go ahead and chomp on some Cheetos after he answers the phone. So one person actually tells people they wholesale, and most time after they explain it, so it's okay. I wish I had that script. Yeah, that's something else that I wanted to implement. I'm definitely gonna kind of change the language and how I present it to people, but I kind of already do. I always just say my partners. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas?
Yeah.
Thomas, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Gambit Drive.
Huh?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call. I wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a number in mind that you'd be hoping to get for it?
495,000.
495 is the magic number?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What I can do is I can do a little bit of research, and if I'm able to come up close to that ballpark, I'll be sure to give you a call back. Does that sound good?
That's fine.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Okay.
Bye now. Figured that was the case. His estimate was like 200 on that. Disrespect irks me. Yeah, no, I mean it's to be expected, but it's just like a pet peeve of mine that I don't know how to disposition the call. I don't know whether or not that was the wrong number. I don't know if that person it was the right number and they're not interested. So I don't want to waste time having to call them back just to have that happen again. So that's what really bothers me is I just don't know what to select in terms of the call disposition. Um, Gotta use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, he's wasting time when he needs to be brought into reality. No, he was wasting time. I got that from the crunch of the Frito Lays before he even said something. Sorry. That was kind of something else too. I was just thinking about when he said if I didn't get it from the crunch of the Frito Lays, I got it from the way he said yes. Um, Again, that's another thing. Personally, in the past, I looked down to my yes response to okay, what do I say? What does my script tell me to say when somebody says yes, they're interested in selling? Typically I would say, okay, well, my partners and myself are looking to buy one more property within the next 30 to 60 days, and we can pay cash. It sounds like you've given it some thought. What's the number you'd be hoping to get for it? And that's how I would respond to somebody who says yes, but not somebody who says, yeah. The way he said it was just like, oh, okay, he's not really saying yes. He's just, again, being an ass about it. Um, so I just skipped right to the, okay, how much are you looking to get for it? 495. Okay. You know, um, so that's something that I'm proud of myself of being. I'm getting a little bit better at reading between the lines, um, and not wasting my time. I'm crazy today. Again, this is an older list though. I mean, the fact that I'm even getting as many contacts as I'm getting is pretty eye-opening to me. You know, I figured I used to only call the list like 2 or 3 times, but um, I've found again personally that the some of the big players on YouTube and the gurus, if you will, that's what they recommend, right? Call through the list 2 3 times, but and only call the first 2 3 numbers. That's something that I do, right? Maybe sometimes I'll put in 4 numbers, but um, I will call through the list more than 2 or 3 times. I think that when you're doing it at scale, you end up wasting more time than it's right at that point. Then like time is money. Time's always money, but when you're doing it at scale and you're having cold callers waste their time calling through a list, for hello,
Yeah.
hi, is Mr. Duran?
¿Habla español?
Un poquito. Uh, ¿Quieres vender tu casa en el calle Pershing Street?
No, yo no la quiero vender.
Okay, okay. Y'all didn't know I spoke that Spanish. But yeah, I was gonna say once you're doing it at scale and you're having people where you're paying them by the hour, uh, call through lists, like the last thing you want to do is have their contact rate drop from like 15 to 20 per hour down to like 5 to 10. Then it's not worth it from a business perspective because again, you're paying these people by the hour. So you want to have their contacts per hour be high. But the fact that I'm my time is still money again. But hello,
Yes, sir.
hi, Miss Rodriguez.
I'm sorry, who?
I'm sorry, I was looking for the owner of a property on Whitefield Lane. Do I have the right number here?
Let's see, Whitefield Lane.
I'm
Were
sorry.
you looking for the agent that's working with the...
No, I might have dialed the wrong number here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries. All right, thanks.
Bye now.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Sound like a brokerage or something. But yeah, it's like I'm down to hop on the dollar for an hour, even if it means me getting 5 to 10 contacts because I'm not paying somebody else to do it. Again, I know my time is still money, but something about doing it myself. I don't know. Maybe that's incorrect to me though. Maybe I need to separate with that kind of scarcity mindset where it's like I need to milk the list for all it's worth, right? Because if I'm going to get even 5 contacts an hour, one of those people may be willing to sell. Um, that's probably a scarcity mindset, something that I have to overcome. That's something else that this YouTube channel has definitely done for me. Just kind of thinking out loud and talking with you guys. I come to realizations myself. It's like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I should be doing it that way. Derek, I have a question. Have you ever hired a VA? If so, how'd it go? I have. I've hired in the past. I had 2 cold callers for myself. It was way too early. It was before I did my first deal. It was when I was working with another partner, so we had kind of a bigger marketing budget to work with. I hired them off Upwork. One of them ended up quitting shortly after, but one of them actually produced a lead where we got a contract signed off of it. Hello? Hello? We got a contract off that one and it ended up falling through because it was like out in the middle of nowhere. The learning lessons for that deal right there was location matters and get the right people on board in a position to help you. And that one, I didn't have like a trusted realtor to get involved. So I ended up recruiting the help of this woman who ended up talking with the seller and saying things like, Derek's not really buying it, right? He lives in California and he's gonna make money off of like saying stupid stuff, and it ruined the deal and it scared them out of it. And the seller ended up calling me and he was like, "Hey, we don't want to sell anymore." I said, "May I ask why?" And he said, "We changed our mind. We don't want to sell." You know, and I'm not in a position to like take legal action or force them to, uphold their end of the contract. So I was like, all right, I just canceled it and moved on to the next. But yeah, in terms of the VAs, I did have 2 cold callers at one point, but then it just started to be unnecessary. Um, Paying somebody else, I didn't have enough data to feed him, and I listen to Brent Daniels often, and he says, you're going to need 4 times as much data to produce the same amount of leads if you're going to be hiring people from the Philippines. I don't know if that's true for every business. I'm sure that's kind of just like an average, but I did kind of find that to be the case, right? He was dialing for 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and wasn't really coming up with crazy leads. Granted, he only been dialing for me. Hello?
Hi, this is Carolyn. I can't come to my phone.
That threw me off. But yeah, ended up parting ways. It just didn't make sense to continue paying him. I didn't have enough data to really be feeding him on a consistent basis, and um, I knew that I was going to be able to have more productive conversations on the phone myself. Hello, everyone. I hope your day is going well. What's going on, Lala? Long time no talk. Thanks for hopping in here. How's everything going with you and your partner? Just connected with somebody on Instagram yesterday who reached out after seeing my YouTube, and he markets in some of the smaller markets in Texas, one of them being Corpus Christi, and it reminded me of you guys. Jay the Great Gaming. How long I've been wholesaling? I would say, gosh, I always have such a problem answering this question because I was dabbling in it for a little bit, and I've been taking it like seriously for probably like a year, and then even then, like, hello,
See?
hi, Miss Thomas.
No?
Oh, I'm sorry, I might have dialed the wrong number here.
Okay, bye.
I say take it seriously now, but in the future where I'm actually taking it seriously, I'm sure I'll reflect on the times where I said I was taking it seriously and not really. You know, so if I'm honest with myself, I know I could be doing a lot more. But I've been on the dialer like myself after my partner backed out for like, I'll just say a year. About a year. And to be transparent with you, Jay, just gonna go ahead and call you Jay. This is the first time I've seen you in here too. By the way, welcome. I appreciate you hopping in here. If you take anything away from this, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button before you leave. But to be honest with you, transparent as possible, which I try to be on every video. I've done 2 deals. I've grossed 14,000 between those 2 deals. The first deal closed at the end of August 2021. That was a $12,000 assignment fee that I split with my boots on the ground. Each of us took home 6,000. And then the second deal came shortly thereafter, closed at the end of September. I did that one myself. Both of these are virtual. I did that one myself virtually and took down an $8,000 assignment fee. So it's been a while since I closed one, and I'm hoping to generate some hot leads here. I got some coming down the pipeline. The hottest one is one that I'm working with YouTube subscribers, Jared and Reina. Reina is a Spanish speaker, so I've been kicking my Spanish-speaking leads, again, the ones that are able to at least articulate to me that they are interested but would prefer to have the conversation in Spanish. I've been, hello?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Lula.
Hey, you calling to sell me your house?
Not sell you mine, but I was calling to see if you had any interest in selling yours.
I'll be cuckoo, wouldn't I? Delete my telephone number.
Okay, will do. I appreciate you taking the call. What was I saying? 14,000, 2 deals. Oh yeah, the one that's kind of the hottest right now. With the Spanish speakers that are able to tell me, yeah, I'm interested, but I'd like to speak to somebody in Spanish. I've been kicking those lead to Jared and Reina. Reina specifically is the one reaching out in Spanish. And we have a woman who's interested at a price where we feel it's attractive, and we'd be able to dispo it. And it sounds like they're going to meet up with her in person because they're also located in Houston tomorrow to get the agreement signed. She's an older woman with her husband. We've been speaking with her pastor, which is somebody that she's gotten involved to kind of do some checks and balances there to make sure that she doesn't get taken advantage of. So we've sounds like we've answered all the pastor's questions, and that he recommended to the woman, the seller, that it's okay to move forward. So sounds like they're going to try to meet up tomorrow in order to get that one signed. So that's kind of the hottest one that we have in the pipeline right now. You're welcome. Everything has been okay. We recently opened up in other markets, North and South Carolina. Wow. Okay. You been getting any leads there? You been getting any contracts? I know it's been a while since we connected. I'm curious. Wow, we've been hearing Texas is a real hot market. Sounds like it. I just am not doing it at scale, and I'm gonna do my very best to keep up in the numbers in terms of my driving for dollars list. That was with. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Ms. Al.
Yes?
Hi there. This is Derek. Hey, I know this is a bit random here, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Meadow Glen Drive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there. You ever considered
I'm
selling?
sorry. I don't want to sell.
No, okay, completely understand. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. That's what I was kind of talking with that gentleman who reached out. He seems like a player. Forget his name, but he seems like he's in multiple markets as well across Texas as well as other states. But kind of talking about the competition within the more populous, more populated counties, specifically like Harris County, uh, Fort Bend County. The higher populated counties in the Houston metro area. The competition is really high there because the market's so hot. I'd imagine. So like pulling lists is going to be hard to keep up with people. You're going to have to pull like lists of like tens of thousands to be able to truly compete with the people who are doing just that in your market. So the only way to offset it is to either go to smaller markets and pull lists, or drive for dollars within these markets to be able to build a custom list, so that in hopes of reaching out to people who aren't on these other lists that everybody else is pulling. So I'm hoping that that's what I'm able to kind of offset and counteract the level of competition in the market by going, doing driving for dollars. So I really want to continue putting in the effort to do that and building that out every day. I've been doing it for like an hour or two a day for the past week, and I put up like hundreds of properties. So that's what I just want to stay on pace with that. The YouTube channel, love the name. Thank you for letting us tune in. I find these live cold calls to be so helpful in terms for myself. Hey, I appreciate you jumping in here, and I appreciate you saying that. Truly. Thank you so much for hopping in here. We'd love to have you in future sessions. Yeah, thanks for having me. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. My auto type messed up, but thank you so much. Yeah. Hey, like I said, I appreciate all you guys hopping in here. I never thought that it would even be this. It's really cool. My intention with this YouTube channel, again, was not to be educational or even really motivational, but in doing it, it's clear that people are taking something away from it. So it's really cool. My intention was just to be able to document it so that in the future I can reflect and go back to maybe my first few videos and laugh at myself, to be quite honest, and just really track the progression of my skills on the phone, my comfortability level, my knowledge, all that. And I was grateful enough, fortunate enough to have started the YouTube channel right before I did my first deal. So I was able to kind of document that first deal all the way from, well, granted, that was like my third or fourth contract. So, but it was the first one that closed. So I was, again, fortunate enough to have started the YouTube channel right before. So you're able to kind of see from cold call all the way to the closing table, that whole deal documented. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Miss Allen.
Hi.
Hi, this is Derek. Hey, sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling you about a property I believe you own on Briscoe Street.
I don't want to sell it.
Oh, okay, completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling at the moment?
No, no, all I got, I want to sell.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. I hope you have a good day. So if you're interested in checking that out, I did create a playlist on my channel. I think I titled it my first wholesale deal. And I tried to, anytime I hopped on the phone with anybody in regards to that deal, I wasn't able to capture everything because sometimes I'd be out of the house taking phone calls from the tenant or the seller or whatever. But if I was home in front of the computer, hello?
Yes,
Hi, Miss Ware.
कौन?
Hello?
हाँ, कौन बोल रहे?
Couldn't understand her. I'm not trying to waste my time with that. Anytime I was at home in front of the computer and I was planning on calling somebody, like an outbound call, like, I'm going to call the tenant right now. I hop. Hello? Hey,
Hello?
hey, Henry.
Hello?
Hi there. Hey, this is Derek. I'm not sure if I have the right number here. I was hoping to get a hold of the owner of a property on Elder Road. I hopped on YouTube and I documented that call. So, like, you got calls with my title company, with the seller, with the tenant, um, with the cash buyer, with my JV partner. Maybe not my JV partner, but all those other ones for sure. So that's what my intention was with the YouTube channel. And like I said, I was grateful and fortunate enough to have started it right, like days before. I think it was like my fourth video or something like that. Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Miss Roser.
No, he's in mediation right now. Can I help you with something?
Oh, no. I don't even know if I have the right number here. I was looking to get a hold of the owner of a property on Echo Pines Drive.
Okay, we own that property.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to connect to see if you'd ever consider an offer on that property there.
No,
No.
I take us off your list, please.
Will do. I appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you.
Sounds like a lawyer or some type of. She said he's in mediation. Um, but yeah, I was fortunate enough. Like literally the fourth video, I told myself I'm gonna go live every day, and then like the fourth day, first week, I think for sure, if not the second week, I had that cold call with the woman who was like, "Yeah, we want to sell." So pretty cool already to have documented my first deal on YouTube. Is virtual a lot easier? I can't speak to doing it in person. I've only ever done it virtual, so can't necessarily answer that. I just found that it would be, I think a lot of it was fear based for me. I live out in California and I knew that the properties were going to be at higher price points. So it was just a comfortability thing for me, knowing that I was going to be negotiating like $100,000 deals as opposed to, $500,000 deals. It's really all the same, to be honest. And based on my understanding, the business model is just a little different in terms of like setting appointments and stuff like that, and handling things with the boots on the ground. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, Katerino.
No, that's the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I can't speak to doing it in person. I've never done it. I've only ever done it virtual. Wait, why would that woman tell them you're a? Why would that woman tell you're a wholesaler? Was she another realtor? Was she another wholesaler? She was a realtor. She was. I don't think she was doing it with like malice, or she didn't have any like bad intent behind it. It was just some of the stuff that she was saying is stuff that I wouldn't necessarily come outright and just admit to, because it's like really none of their business. Well, you know what I mean. It's like, as a wholesaler, teach his or her own, however they want to operate their business and however they want to communicate with the seller, whether or not they want to tell them exactly what they're doing, or if they want to kind of play the double speak game where you're not really lying, but you're not coming out right and saying, "Hey, I'm not the one. The money's not actually mine." Like. So I take the stance of doing the double speak, and I'll always say, my partners and myself have some cash on hand. looking to buy something within the next 30, 60 days, stuff like that, which is like the double speak, where it's like you're not lying, but you're also not, I wouldn't say you're not telling the truth. You're not coming out right and admitting to everything that is going to turn them off to the deal. I truly felt like I probably could have gotten that one dispoed. We had it at a killer price, the contract, but just, feed, putting it in their ear, the stuff that's going to turn them off to the deal, they got turned off. So I don't think she, again, had any ill will, or like she didn't do it maliciously. I don't think she was also 100% familiar with the wholesaling process, being a realtor. She was more geared towards the traditional side of real estate. So I can't blame her for it, and I don't. I'll say it was her fault. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Boswell?
No, wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll say it was her fault, but I'm not going to like hold a grudge against her or anything like that. It was my fault for not speaking with more realtor. It was just like the first realtor that hopped in. I was rushing because I already had another contract. It was owner occupied. So I recruited her to help them find a new place to move to. And then the sellers were being difficult, and then she got all mad. The realtor, I don't know. She was going after the low hanging fruit too. It sounds like she does a lot of business in Houston, but with these sellers, they need their hand held. And it's something that when you're on the traditional side of real estate, based on what I've gathered, it's not something that they're necessarily, as a realtor or a broker, wanting to put up with. They're looking for people who want to move, they're pre-qualified, they want to buy, they want to sell right now. These people needed to have their hand held, and she wasn't willing to do that. Might lock a property today in North Carolina. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Everybody hit that like button to give Lala some good luck. Good luck, Lala. I am definitely keeping my fingers crossed for you. Hop back in here, or the Discord group. I know you're in the Discord group. Hop in there and let us know how it goes. Also, we've been trying to iSpeed the lead, but haven't had much luck. Yeah, I bought a couple leads from iSpeed the lead. I never ended up calling them. They were clearance leads that I got for like $1 each or something like that. And then I got 6, so I just figured I'm not going to waste my time. But yeah, I hear people have success. I'd imagine that they probably have the most success
Leave your name
on
and phone
that
number.
on that auto buy option, where it's like you're the first one to get the lead right when they submit their information. Those are obviously the most expensive, but I've watched they will go live every once in a while and bring on some closers to highlight the leads, and they're definitely getting contracts in those YouTube lives that they're doing. I'd imagine again that they're calling through the hottest of the leads, the most recent submissions, and all that good stuff. But that's what I figured. But whoever, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Don Juan, one of the subscribers here, who put me on game. He might have put you on game too, Lala. When he first brought it up in the Discord group, I believe. It sounded like he got like 2 contracts. Hello? Sounded like he got like 2 contracts off of those clearance leads that he got for like $8 or something like that. So I'm sure it happens. But
Calling to reconfirm.
with anything, you got to be consistent about it, right? You can't just buy like a little handful of leads expecting it to pan out. Not saying that that's what you were doing, but that's definitely what I did. And that's why I kind of, hello?
Hello?
Hey, Patricia.
Who am I speaking to?
Hi, this is Derek. Hey, I know this is a bit random, Patricia, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Cosby Street.
And what's, concerning what? Why are you calling?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
No.
No.
But thank you for calling, okay?
Of course, I appreciate you taking the call.
Okay, bye.
Bye now. I've been dabbling in the business since 2019. I only had 1 house under contract, but I never closed because the numbers weren't done better. Yeah. But my question is, how do you estimate repairs and comps? I'm very confident in comping properties at this point, but I'm not so confident in estimating repairs. When it comes to that, I feel that I'm just try to be as overly conservative as possible. and I would rather overprice my estimation in repairs rather than underprice it and then have to go back and renegotiate with the seller. Same with my assignment fee that I'm carving out. I want to carve out like a minimum at this point of 15, although I would take an assignment fee of $5. To be quite honest, the 15,000 that I'm carving out is more so that I don't have to go back and renegotiate with the seller. The 15,000 that I'm carving out is like a buffer for myself in case I ran comps incorrectly, in case I estimated repairs incorrectly, in case buyers are coming in way lower than I thought they would in that specific area. That's really why I'm carving out that 15,000 and why I'm overestimating my repair costs. Once I start doing more deals and start getting buyers like repeat buyers where I know where they're going to come in at, then I can start, you know, refining the what am I the equation's not the right word, formula, if you will, a little bit better. But at this point, I just try to be as overly conservative as possible, and that's why I'm really going after the lower hanging fruit, because those type of people who need my help truly, um, price isn't going to be the main concern for them. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Garcia.
No, I think you got the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. So for now, like I said, I'm pretty confident in my ability to comp a property, and then I just go off of like a little bit of a cheat sheet, if you will, in terms of how big the property is in terms of square footage, and then whether it be a light, average, or heavy rehab. And I just have like a little graph for myself. If it's under 1,500 square feet, light, average, heavy, I'll go 15, 30, 50,000. Anywhere between 15 to 2,500 square feet, I'll go 20, 40, 80,000 for a light, average, or heavy. And again, it's really spitballing it there. But yeah, hello?
Yes,
Hey, Miss Tubner?
yes.
Hi there, this is Derek. Hey, I was giving you a quick call about a property that I believe you own on Yaupin Trail.
On where?
On Yaupin Trail?
On Yukon Trail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to call you and see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
That's not for sale. Only the one that's for sale is on Echo Pine.
Echo Pine?
Correct.
Okay. Would you mind providing the address for that one so I can take a look?
$249. It's $995.
I'm sorry, 249,
It's
995 square feet?
$995 because it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath,
Oh, okay, 4-2,
single story.
single story. And is this one listed on market?
No, it's listed.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. I'll go ahead and take a look at that one, and if seems like we can be somewhere in that ballpark, I'll be sure to give you a call back.
Okay then.
All
I
right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Bye.
So that one was listed. I'll take a look at it in a second, but I'm not interested. I don't go after on-market properties. So that's how I estimate repairs go. I comp, I can kind of I think I have a few comping videos on my YouTube channel. That's something that I want to get in the habit of doing a little bit more often, is pre-recording videos and getting them up there for you guys, like showing you how I'm comping one of my properties on batch leads, or, I'm very comfortable throwing up the 2 properties that I've closed or assigned already and comping those ones. I think that's what I did. The first one that I closed, I pre-record. Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Beekman?
No, I'm not Mr. Beekman.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have dialed the wrong number here. I apologize.
No, you probably dialed the right number. Are you trying to buy a house?
Yeah.
Yeah, go away.
People are so fucking funny. I was trying to just go ahead and give him the... Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Gordon?
Nope, wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Like he was trying to go out of his way to be rude to me, which is fine. I get a kick out of those people. I was trying to. Anytime I get the wrong number, I try to just apologize and say, "Oh, I might have got the wrong number." No, no, no. You probably got the right number. You trying to buy property? Yeah. Go away. Okay. I'll let you win, bro. You win. That's what I want to get in the habit of doing again is pre-recording some videos so that to show you how I'm comping properties, and then I'm willing to share this little cheat sheet in terms of repair estimation with you. If you want to reach out to me either through Instagram or the Discord group. The Discord group's going to be. Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Sorry, I was looking for the owner of a property on San Martin Lane. Do I have the right number here?
This is Law.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have dialed the wrong number. I apologize.
Thank you.
The Discord group's going to be the best way to get a hold of me because I have my notifications turned on my phone. So if you want to hop in there, that's definitely a resource that I can put in there too. I'm looking for feedback and suggestions on some of the type of resources that you guys would like to see in there. That's definitely one of them that I can throw in there. Don't hold it to well, Derek said that, nothing that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. It's going to differ from market to market. From buyer to buyer. One buyer may replace a roof for $5,000. Another one may replace the same roof for $15,000. They're gonna get different pricing and all that good stuff. So this is really just so that I can throw an offer out and feel comfortable and confident.
Your name and phone number.
But I'm definitely willing to share it with you guys. That being said, oh no, sorry to hear that about the Texas market. Would you consider any other cities? Yeah, Lala, I would. I would, but at this point, I want to see it through. I feel really good about the numbers and how I'm approaching the Houston market, and I've built my buyer list to some degree in the Houston market as well. So I would hate to just jump ship. I want to see it through, but my plans and intentions are definitely in the future to move markets. My long term goal is to build out a virtual model and be able to scale it up in Houston, and then by the time me and my girl are down in San Diego, which is where we want to live, to then start doing it in my own backyard so that I can go on the appointments out in the Southern California area. Maybe realtors should be vetted. Yeah, realtors should definitely be vetted. That's what I'm saying. It was definitely my mistake in not having a more detailed conversation with the woman, and honestly not speaking with other realtors before just saying, okay, yeah, can you help me? Okay, yeah, I'll go do this. At this point, I have spoken with a few realtors. They just need to be investor friendly. They need to know the wholesaling process. They need to be familiar so that they don't do what she did and essentially drop dime. Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
Hey, Fred.
Yes.
Fred, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, I wanted to give you a call about a property that I believe you own on Panay Drive.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
No, I'm no.
No, okay, completely understand.
All right.
Appreciate you taking the call.
All right. Thank you.
He was getting ready to explain to me why he wasn't interested, and he bit his tongue, which I appreciate. All I want to know is whether or not he wants to sell. How often do you call or update sellers once you have them on contract? Every 3 to 5 days. Try to. I let them know that I will be giving them a call just to round back, give them an update, or even if there isn't one, which I think it. Hello? Hello? Which I think is appreciated on their end. Thank you. Okay, I definitely will. I had a lead I was first to get last night. Reached out today, and the lady told me she never filled out the form. Yes, I remember. That's amazing. Use Jerry Norton repair price chart. It's accurate. It's very accurate according to contractors I hear. That's kind of what I think that's where I got it. To be honest, sophisticated one. I think that's where I got this little quick cheat sheet. And I also got the one he did a video where he updated it for 2021 because the cost of materials went crazy. So I think that's what this one is. Got it. Thanks. Sophisticated one. Thank you. I'll have to look that up. You're welcome. These people crazy without revealing your market. Are you in a competitive market? I'm in Houston. I want people to know what market I'm in. sophisticated one. If you're in Houston and you're watching this, let's connect. Let's try to make something happen. Let's make something shake. Collaboration over competition. If there's any way that you feel that I can benefit you, and any way that you feel that you can provide value to me, I want to connect. Sorry, I meant, are you in okay? I meant, are you in a slightly competitive hot market or grease hot market? I don't know if I can answer that accurately. I'd say it's pretty grease hot. I don't know. I'm not too deep. I haven't scaled up the business to really know like how many big players are really in the market, how many hedge funds are buying in there. I don't. I'm still a tiny fish compared to all these big people. So I don't have the bird's eye view to be able to truly answer that accurately, and I wouldn't want to answer it. Under the I wouldn't want to answer that and act like I really know how hot it is. Also, because not only do I not have the bird's eye view, being such a tiny fish, but I've never worked any other market, so I have nothing to compare it to. So I truly don't know. Based off what I've heard, it's competitive, but I don't know if it's slightly competitive or grease hot competitive. I don't know. If a seller asks about earnest money, what do you typically say? I say we put down $100. The North Carolina seller wants to move forward but wants that in the contract. Say, definitely. The contract won't be valid until we put up some earnest money into the title company or closing attorney. There has to be some type of, it's referred to as consideration. There has to be some type of monetary value attached to it. Typically, we do $100, and that will be credited towards the purchase price once you get paid on the closing date that I'll have listed in the agreement as well. And then in terms of what it looks like on the contract, it's just simply earnest money, $100. In one of my agreements that I've used in the past that I did close with, it says like earnest money, $100, remainder of cash to be issued to seller at the time of closing. Let's say the agreement was for 100,000. In that line, you would say 99,900, and then total purchase price, which is that the remainder plus the earnest money that's going to be put up, 100,000. Oh, I didn't know he updated that video. Thanks for update. Yeah. Congrats, Lala. Okay, thank you. Yup. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give you guys the stats of today. My abandon rate on that last campaign was 28%. So 29 people that the system deemed to be a human ended up hanging up the phone because I was on the line with somebody else. So that's what I keep referring to as the abandon rate. If you ever hear me say the abandon rate, it's because I'm calling off of 4 lines at the same time, but I can only be talking to one person. So somebody picks up on line 1, I'm talking to them. While I'm talking to them, somebody picks up on line 3 and says, hello, and then hangs up before I'm able to end the call on line 1 and get to them on line 3. But again, it's people that the system is, this is a thought that I have. This is something that the system is deeming as a human, but every call that they patch through, the system is deeming as a human. And as you guys hear, a lot of times they're patching through voicemails. So I wouldn't say that it's 29 people that I missed out on speaking with, but I'm sure it was a handful of people. All campaigns combined today, I dialed about 1,500 numbers. About 140 of them were deemed to be human. About 375 of them were deemed to be machine and never even patched through because the system said, hey, this is a voicemail, we're not going to patch it through. 81 of them actually got patched through to me. And let me tell you how many of contacts and stuff. So 26 contacts on the day, pretty good. I've been dialing for probably about 2 hours with some like 10-15 minute breaks in between. So it's like on the lower end, but it's still solid for the amount of times that I've called through these lists. 27 wrong numbers. 19 times the system patched me through to a voicemail, and 9 times I marked it as no contact, meaning that it patched me through and I'm there saying hello, and then I'm the one who hangs up because nobody's on the other line or the other end of the line. So that happened 9 times. So 26 contacts for today. Pretty happy about that. Again, nothing crazy, but for the amount of times that I've called through these lists, I'm pretty satisfied with that number. I'm gonna start within the next 2 weeks. Start today, man. Sophisticated one. I don't mean to be a stickler or a hard ass, but you need to start today. I'm in school, so I have to do most of my work ahead of time before starting. I got you, buddy. 1 second. And I know that there's people, you have your own life to live. I get that, but get creative. Figure out some way that you can market while you're at school. You know what I mean? Figure something out. You're welcome, Lala. Keep going. Congrats on all your success and accomplishments, Derek. You just going in on Dial every few days is an accomplishment. You're one day closer to another deal. Appreciate that, sophisticated one. Now I feel bad giving you a hard time, but I'm not. I'm not giving you a hard time. I just want to be that sense of motivation because I was in your shoes. Trust me. I was procrastination. I was perfection over putting things into practice. All that good stuff. Derek, I was just about to choose the Texas market before Proption remove MLS access. If I ever do a one-off deal there, I'll definitely work with you. We can JV if you're physically in Houston. I got you, buddy. Yeah. You can run all the same comps on batch leads too. That's why I switched over to batch leads. So, you still have that data for non-disclosure states and batch. That means you can take pics and even talk to sellers. We can really JV in that scenario. I'm not in Houston though. Remember, I'm in California, but I can definitely talk to sellers. No. Give me the facts and hard talks. Derek, you real. That's why I mess with you. Of course, I'm trying to give it to you guys real. Like I said, you see the laundry on the bed. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. I could have folded the laundry and wasted a bunch of time before hopping on here, but this is the real. Oh yeah. I'm in California. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Appreciate you guys. A little over 2.5 hours on today's stream. If I have enough time after I take my dog out right now, I'm gonna try to come back and knock out some follow-ups. Maybe have some conversations with a little bit warmer leads. So I'd love to see you guys on there. Before you leave, do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe button if you haven't already, and go ahead and check out the links in the description. Got some affiliate links down there to be fully transparent. All the batch products, being batch leads and batch skip tracing, I will get affiliate commission if you sign up with those links. And reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to me either via Instagram or Discord being the best, and those links are in the description as well. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Till the next one. Peace.